not having a home means I'm out around, you know, I'm out in the world all day. I don't have a place I can rest really a lot of the time. And that's really hard. Like even just like an hour or two in the afternoon that you can like sit at home and like do nothing and stare at the ceiling is like really helpful. And just having to be out in a intense social environment all day that's very loud and stressful is a lot to keep up with.
I'm very aware of the privilege that I've had and my husband has and my daughter had. I think often on how our lives could have been different if circumstances could have been different. And so to try and help Valerie a little bit helps me feel like that's an important thing to do.
You don't realize how important something is, that something that you have taken for granted is, until you have the opportunity to give it to someone else who hasn't had it and hasn't been able to take it for granted.
There is a huge housing crisis and huge homelessness crisis as it impacts LGBTQ young people, and particularly LGBTQ young people of color. So we know that transphobia and homophobia and racism are root causes of this challenge here in San Francisco.
As a youth, it's like, what more could I want? It turns out you don't need to take care of someone for 60 years for them to be happy and healthy. They need like 1 year so that they can have a job and the ability to support themselves.
The hosts are going to be trained on how to engage with our young adults. The young adults are going to be receiving case management services, really helping to provide the opportunity to understand how they can set up goals for themselves so that after they leave the host home, they can go into further stable housing.
You are making a community. You are like bridging the gap between different parts of our community as a city.
I think all of us really have, a desire to really look at how we can personally impact the homelessness crisis here in San Francisco and in the greater Bay Area. And for some of us, there's different ways for us to get involved. For some of us, it's becoming members and donors of the center. For some of us, it's actually opening up our homes. It's really looking at the privileges that we have as individuals, or the tools that we have and the resources that we have, and really think about how can we share that.
As a host, I think it is the largest step you could take on an individual level for someone. There is no amount of money that is equivalent to having a home and people who care about you.